And like, it's not weird for me because I've grew up here, so like 20 odd years I've seen that. But like people who don't live here come past it, they're like, why is there a castle in the middle of an estate? And I was like, it actually is kind of weird when you think about it. Like I've been saying this every day. And I used to like not about here would play like manhunt and stuff like that up here. And I just thought it was normal, but like when somebody from out of town was here, he was like, why is there just a random like medieval castle there? And I was like, it's actually weird that because I didn't know. I like it, it's quite a small place, everyone knows everybody, and stuff like that. And some of the families have been here like forever. Old Pitch Village really, Castletown was like, obviously not like my era, but like my great-granddad or everyone's great-grandparents either worked down the pit or worked on the shipbuilding on the shipyard. Literally everybody, you can talk to everybody, and there's always like, or if you talk to your great-grandparents, the pit, or even grandparents, uncles, worked down the pit, or you're on the shipyards. I think that was like the good money for the time, so everybody worked down there. I think it was mint wages at the time.
Have you got a guarantee that you're going to get a week's work next week? Have you got a guarantee you're going to get a day's work tomorrow?
I mean, dear me, you've never had that guarantee.
No, I know, but it's all wrong. Huh? It's all wrong. I want a day's wage every day. You do. Your wife needs it off you on a Friday night.
Oh, well.
But you can't guarantee it.
No.
But you should be able to.
You don't know yet, do you? But there's a potential you'll be on the main card, isn't there?
It looks like I'm third fighting something on the prelims, I didn't know. Changes all the time, I probably don't know until I get there. I just thought so, it's already like numbered fight, really. But
Exactly, it's ranked, so...
I think when I was there before, Manchester, Modestus was quite high up, then they moved him, like on the week of, so they can change it, so I'm not too worried.
Embedded would definitely bring you here, like, and make you do this again.
It's cool though, I think it's... Picked that fought from Sunderland, but I don't think the Embedded's ever been to Sunderland, really. It's like when Phil and that was fighting there, I don't think the Embedded was even out then. I don't want the picture. Felt bad. Do you want to get one, guys? I'll quickly go in, sorry. Do you want a picture? Yeah. Sorry, do you want to do that?
Yeah, man.
Mid question, you was off my floor. Yeah. How are you guys? You good?
Good, yeah.
Cold?
Yes, it's cold, but it's okay. From all the way to Iceland. Nice one, lads.
Really?
Iceland?
Yeah. Oh, it'll be warming? What? It'll be warm here for you?
Yeah, this is similar.
This is similar.
Yeah, it's almost like summer.
Summer, yeah. It's full for me. Full on shivering in the corner. Right. Thank you, lads. Cheers. Thank you.
Iceland, no? Crazy that.
I'm sure there's some fans that travel from Iceland, but I think Sunderland's got mad support. I think as well that programme they did, Netflix documentary.
Sunderland Till I Die.
Loads of Americans that know of it now and like that went huge. So I think a lot of people know Sunderland. Maybe if you're doing fully football from that documentary, that was quite good.
How would you describe Sunderland in like the northeast where you're from?
I like it. Everyone's different. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely probably more working class. You would say it's a working class place, stuff like that. But I think all the people are nice. I think you get like walks of life, but the people I find here are like good, nice, honest people. You know. I get on with loads of people. I've had mint support from like not just Sunderland but the North East, you know, like Sunderland and Newcastle have got a massive rivalry, and I've had Newcastle fans coming to watch us and like so excited. And then my friend was saying, because two of my friends who travelled down, the Newcastle supporters, but Newcastle are playing in the cup final now the week before my fight. So there'll be a lot of Newcastle fans down there the week before, and then we're going to travel for my fight as well. So they've got back-to-back London, which will be quite expensive for them. But all the fans have been great. It's a bit banter and stuff like that. And the North East has been so supportive from us, and it's nice to like to see it really. Especially I don't work much now. I train all the time, and like I says, if I drank earlier, and like after a fight, I'll always maybe get one in when I go out with my friends and family, have one on the weekend after my fight. But other than that, I'm pretty much training all the time. But it's nice when I go out, maybe because I've always just fought recently, so it's fresh. It's nice to people come up and like congratulate you, and like it says, seems like I get the vibe that everybody's like quite behind us and wanting us to do well.
Do you reckon the Macklem accent is like a tough one?
The North East side, the Geordie, the Macklem ones, I think I speak pretty quick anyway, so I think I'm hard to understand for people who are from this area, never mind people who haven't heard the accent. I try and slow it down, especially when I'm like in America, or like, I remember last DC the fight, I was like, I'll try and speak really slow, but he definitely said he understands us, but he definitely probably couldn't.
I'll speak slow so you can understand us. I did understand you, Mick.
Remember the first fight, like with Fisher, like that did well, like anyone had a clue what he was saying in the corner. Obviously I understand him perfectly and stuff like that, but even when I go to Tom's, like Tom sometimes can't understand us. I speak, especially when I get excited and like you're talking to your friends, the gun's flowing, it's hard to understand, so maybe we have to work on slowing stuff down. But yeah, I think Scouse is hard, and I think our accent's hard, but like Glasgow, like I first went to train with Paul Craig, and he's the team up there, I was struggling. As soon as you know people for a while, you sort of like pick up the accent and stuff like that, but it's definitely a hard one. I think the Americans would definitely need the subtitles. I don't think they've got a clue what I'm saying.
It'll be on for you. I put them on just in case, just so no one whinges.
When I was talking to people about this, I said, we actually say stuff that's not words. So obviously, way I's the most common one, but you could use that for like quite a lot of things. Like the way we're speaking, what it's used for. But obviously, way I, man, you could mean yes. Somebody says, oh, you're going out at night, you're going way I. But if somebody was like taking them out, yeah, I'd go, no, way I. Like, you know, so it can be like used for so many different terms.
Way I, man.
Like I said, it was 6 weeks yesterday, I think, for Saturday. I've been training pretty hard for like 10 weeks out, really, maybe even 12 weeks out. I've upped it like from 8 out. And then Saturday was my official like first set of rounds. Official likes us to do like freshman rounds on the Saturday. Might have been hard for you, and that was the first one, and they're always horrible. But it was a good to start. I think we're just happy with where I'm at already, this far out. So by like 6 weeks time, 5 weeks time, I'll be absolutely flying, feeling good. It's never nice getting freshmen to pick on you, but definitely needs to be done, and like the harder the better, really.
Just past the UFC Fight Night with Israel Adesanya, obviously there was the Pavlovich-Rosenstruck fight there. A lot was said about that being boring, about them going to the ground. Tom said heavyweight fights need to be more exciting. What did you make of that fight, and what do you make of the heavyweight division at the moment?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't the most entertaining, but obviously I think it's a bit unfair. I think Rosenstruck, I think he always allowed, like, should be allowed at least one boring one. Pavlovich, everyone's knew from his finishes, he's been beat last of Tom, then Peter gets straight on him, but like, he's a better grappler than Rosenstruck, so that probably was the path to victory. He's just being beat, you might just want to be on the win column. Like, I think he lost 2 back-to-back, Tom and then Volkov. So he just wants to get on the win, and that's the easier path to victory. So I can see why he did it. Obviously, like, not every fight's going to be entertaining. Rosenstruck's a decent striker, but obviously Pavlovich realised he's grappling maybe these weaker things. You do what you have to do to win. Like, you kind of judge him off one fight. I know what Tom's saying, but like, obviously Tom's probably the most entertaining fighter there is. I didn't think there's more than like 2 minutes of him. So obviously the UFC would love every fight to be like that, but it's not always going to be the case. I think it's unfair to like one bad thingy, all the finishes, then he had a good fight with Volkov and stuff like that. He got beat off like a really good guy, and he's beat Rosenstruck. You have to judge him off his next fight and stuff like that. Do you know where people's heads are at after being beat? Knocking everybody out and getting beat a couple. Sometimes these might be more of a confidence issue with them. But yeah, heavyweights it's always been the shallowest pool. Like the two who fought early on the card. Jamal Pogue, who I fought, I think he just been released from the UFC, but I think he actually won his fight, and the other guy got the nod and stuff like that. So maybe it wasn't the most entertaining, but it was okay. I thought it was a decent fight. And then obviously Jamal would beat I can't remember the guy's name, the wrestling guy. Peterson, yeah. He's a really good wrestler, so that was obviously a knockout. That's what they want and stuff like that. So he's pushed up the rankings, so not completely boring, but.
What do you make of him? Because he's got a little bit of hype behind him now. He's still non-ranked, I think, but he's got a bit of hype. What did you make of his fight, and what do you make of him as a fighter, Shamil?
Which one, sorry?
Shamil.
Shamil, yeah, he looked decent. He's a big, hard hitting. He looks like a good fighter, but he doesn't look great. He looks a bit like seeing his techniques, but he's definitely looks big and strong. He definitely looks hit hard. Don't be hit by him clean.
You and Fisher were saying a little bit last vlog about how you got your finish, big KO last time, and you may be working on a style that's potentially looking for more finishes. Is that something you've been working on this camp, like working towards the finish?
Yeah, I'm always trying to get better, and like, you obviously got to take what's there. Like, them fights are most boring in this fight. I was trying to stay safe and win, but I'm maybe adding like the extra punches to finish, or like going for a little bit more. Even the system of looking at on the floor, we're looking at maybe it's more like beat people up and stop them and stuff like that. It's heavyweight, so one punch you've got to be a little bit switched on all the way through it. Even when you're winning, you feel great. You've seen it. Fighters winning all the way through. They get caught with one big one, and it's like lights out. So I'm always a bit susceptible to thinking, oh, I don't want to get too carried away. But yeah, like the last one was there, I knew it and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe just working that like finishing insect, maybe putting on the 2s and 3s, the 4th shot and stuff like that, and like doing it safely. And then the win's the most important thing, but it's obviously not much nicer to get the finish.